Okay, good morning. Let's start the lesson. So let me move on to the screen first of all. Okay, so we were on unit 2. We were discussing about networking and internet. So the topic that we are going to do today is networking devices, right? We have already started with this, but I'll start from the beginning because it's a linkage between the topics. So we'll revise the things which we have covered and then we'll continue. So there are different kinds of devices which are installed in a network. एक नेटवर्क में बहुत सारे डिवाइसेस हम इंस्टॉल करते हैं, ठीक है. Not only computers, not only printers and scanners, we have a lot of other devices also. Fine. Now what are the uses of these devices? The first kind of device is a repeater. Now a repeater is a device which basically restores the signal when the strength of the signals get weakened, right? See, when you send a signal from a message from one place to another, and when the distance between the source and the destination is too large, then the strength of the message gets weakened. Fine. So, so to boost up the signal again, to increase the strength of the signal again, we have to use this device called as a repeater, right? So, and it is installed within a network within computers, right? So, um, for example, if we talk about a local area network and we are using, let's say, a twisted pair cable, then in that case, after every 100 meters of distance, we have to install one repeater. Otherwise, your signal will not be able to reach. Okay, क्योंकि जो twisted pair cable है उसकी capability 100 meters तक की है. Beyond 100 meters, it is difficult for the signal to travel. Right, so we need to install a repeater in between so that the things can be touched up. Fine. So so these repeaters are required, right? So they're required in between the network. Means they're required between the devices that are installed in the network. So that's the use of repeater. Next device is hub. Hub is a connection point, you can say. So as you can see in this figure also, different computers, the cables from different computers, they are attached to a common hub. There are different input output ports here. So in these ports, you just connect the cables, right? So basically, it's a connection point for all different cables coming from different devices, right? Now there's another device called as a switch, right? Switch is also like hub. It is also a connection point where all devices which are attached to a network, हर device से एक केबल आके इस switch में attach हो जाती है, right? इसमें there are a lot of multiple input output ports.
सर स्विच और हब में सर बस एक ही डिफरेंस है, बाकी मतलब फंक्शन सेम है.
बाकी मैं बताता हूँ, सुनो. Right, so the common point is both are used for connecting multiple devices. They are in the center of a network. But the thing is, there's a difference between hub and switch. What is the difference? That this hub is always broadcast. It always broadcasts the data or the signal that it gets. Like if you say computer number 1 wants to send a message to computer number 4, let's say, right? So one will send the message to the hub. Hub will transmit that message to the entire network, to all the devices. Automatically, it will reach the computer number 4 also. But इसमें क्या है? Your data will be passed on to other devices also, which is not required, right? And that is one insecure method of transfer. So that's the problem with hub, right? Hub जो है वो broadcast करता है सारे nodes को डेटा ट्रांसमिट कर रहे हैं। नोड्स मतलब जितने डिवाइसेस कनेक्टेड है नेटवर्क, राइट। बट इन केस ऑफ स्विच, switch is an intelligent device because it sends the data to the intended destination node only, right? Like if you see here in this figure also, there's a computer A. If computer A wants to send a message to computer J, then when the message reaches the switch, switch will only send the message to J, not the other device. बाकी devices के पास data नहीं है. That this device is better and intelligent as compared to hub. That's the only difference between these, right? बाकी दोनों connecting point है, connection establish करने के लिए. Fine. Pardon?
The bridge.
Bridge will cover up, don't worry. So hub and switch is clear to all?
Yes, sir.
Sure, fine. Now we'll come to bridge. Now bridge is another device which is used for connecting multiple networks. So जो hub और switch हैं, they are installed within one network. Computers को connect करने के लिए. Bridge are used to connect two or more local area networks together. Right? Let's say for example, we have one network in IT lab, one network in the juniors IT lab, right? One network in the main office. Now I want to connect all these networks with each other, right? Different networks with each other. Then I'll use bridge, right? The bridge is used to connect multiple or two or more local area networks, right? But the thing is, all should be local area networks. We cannot have a wide area network connecting with the local area network. We can do it, but उसमें bridge काम नहीं करेगा. Bridge के केस में क्या होना चाहिए? Local area networks ही हो सारे, ये common networks एक तरह के. अगर dissimilar networks हैं, we cannot use bridge there, right? So when you want to connect multiple local area networks or similar kind of networks, then we install a bridge in between these networks, right? Again, it is very intelligent device because it only sends the data to destination device, not to all. It broadcasting नहीं करता है, सिर्फ destination device को ही message forward करेगा, right? Now we come to router. The router is used for connecting various networks. Various in the sense, जैसे अभी हमने किया, bridge जो है वो सिर्फ local area network connect करता है. Router is also pronounced as router sometimes, right? So they are used for connecting various networks. It can be a local area network, it can be a wide area network, right? You can see this figure also. This is one network which is connected with the help of a hub, another network which is connected with the help of switch, then another network with switch number 3, switch number 4. Switch number 4 में दो hub भी लगी हैं. तो ये multiple networks का group है. इन सबको आपस में connect करना है, then we use a router, right? Plus router में एक बहुत important use है of router, that router maintains a routing table. What is this routing table? Routing table means whenever some transmission takes place through the router, it records that thing, right? It creates a record of all the transactions which are being done, right? उससे क्या होता है? In future, same kind of route is required or same kind of data is to be sent. Then it don't have to search for the route. तो देखो router में क्या होता है? Whenever some transmission occurs in a network, जो भी device है, switch हो, hub हो, उनको चलो हब के केस में तो ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम नहीं है क्योंकि वो तो सिर्फ ब्रॉडकास्ट कर देगा सबको. स्विच के केस में क्या है कि उसको आइडेंटिफाई करना पड़ता है, बट इज द डेस्टिनेशन सिस्टम, इट हैज टू आइडेंटिफाई द डेस्टिनेशन सिस्टम, राइट? हाउ डू दैट आइडेंटिफिकेशन टेक्स प्लेस? वो आइडेंटिफाई कैसे करता है? उस पर्टिकुलर डिवाइस के आईपी एड्रेस से, राइट? एंड देन इट हैज टू सर्च फॉर दैट डिवाइस आईपी एड्रेस ऑन द एंटायर नेट. जितने भी कंप्यूटर हैं सबको सर्च करना पड़ेगा, ठीक है? फिर वो जहां उसका आईपी एड्रेस मैच हो जाएगा, देन इट ट्रांसमिट दैट डेटा. रूटर क्या करेगा? ये जो प्रोसेस है सर्चिंग की, उसमें टाइम लगता है, टाइम कंज्यूमिंग प्रोसेस, राइट? नाउ रूटर क्या करेगा? whenever it search something in the entire network, it will record that thing into a table, right? Now that table will have details of all the searching that has been done by the router, right? So in case some data comes and it has to go to a device which is already searched, तो उसके पास वो रूटिंग टेबल में उसकी डिटेल्स पहले से होती हैं कि ये जो डिवाइस है इसको हमने ये मैसेज पहले भी भेजा था, तो इट जस्ट takes that routing details of the routing from the routing table और फिर वो इजीली ट्रांसफर कर देता है, उसको दोबारा सर्च करने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ती. That's very important and very um, good aspect of, right, right. So that's router and bridge. If the difference comes, the main difference is one is the bridge is used to connect locally. So I was telling bridges and routers. Now the common point is your bridge connects local area network and router connects local area network as well as wide area network, right? Plus, one more thing is that router maintains a routing table which records all the communication that is done by the router, right? So it helps the router to search for the data which is in a faster way, right? Now we'll come to gateway, another device. Now, the only difference in gateway and this bridge is bridge connects local area network only. Router connects local area network or wide area network, right? But the gateway works when we have different types of networks. Like let's say there is one network based on local area network. There's another network based on wide area network. There's another network which is based on personal area network. There's another network which is based on metropolitan area network. तो अलग अलग तरह के अगर नेटवर्क्स हैं, अलग अलग तरह के नेटवर्क्स में क्या होता है, they have their different rules, they have different set of rules, right? Their transmission system is different, right? You can say their protocol technology is different. Protocol means the rules that they follow. So rules, protocol सबके अलग अलग होंगे, technology सबके अलग अलग होंगे, right? If we have such a kind of system where we have dissimilar networks, the networks are not similar with each other, then we use gateway, right? So if things are similar, then we'll use bridge. If we have dissimilar networks, then we'll go with the gateway, right? So what happens is the gateway, how gateway works basically, if we have a local area network and the data is coming from a local area network, now I want to transmit it into a network which is based on wide area network, let's say. The local area से wide area में convert करना है. So the protocol has to be converted. The rules has to be converted. Now that conversion part is managed by the database gateway, right? So basically, your gateway also works as a router, but it also has extra software which converts the protocols, right? So you can say your gateway is a router, but it's a router with some protocol conversion software, right? Protocols rules are converted because the networks are not similar to each other, right? So that's the main difference between gateway and bridge and router. Fine. So these are all major devices that we generally use in networks, right? Now, next we come to types of network. Although this must come early, but हम लोग आगे करते हैं. There are basically four types of networks that are established. First one is personal area network. We call it as PAN, short form acronym is PAN. In this, multiple devices like computers, scanners, printers, mobile phones, telephones, uh, fax machines, or modems, they are all connected to each other in a small area, right? Small area means like it's maximum 10 meters distance, right? जैसे आप घर पे Wi-Fi install करते हो, you connect multiple mobiles with that. You can connect your laptop also with the same Wi-Fi. That is a small network which is called as a personal area network. The area covered within a personal area network is 10 meters. Maximum range is 10 meters. So that's the smallest form of network. Second category is local area network or LAN. Now, the distance span of local area network is 1 kilometer. When we connect multiple devices with each other within the range of 1 kilometer radius, then we call it as a local area. Now, here in local area network, it's again there are multiple devices which are connected. It can be computers, it can be printers, scanners, mobiles also, devices like your input output devices like headphones, mic, such kind of things, right? So you can see these are the figures. This is LAN in within a building. In one building, you can establish a LAN, and it can be within a campus also. But the range should be not more than 1 kilometer. Right? This is one network. This is one network. This is one network. All are connected with a common wire. This is local area, right? And the operation speed, the LAN operation speed means जो transmission speed है, उसकी range होती है 10 megabits per second to 1 gigabits per second. So 10 Mbps to 1 Gbps is the normal speed. It can be more in some cases also, but this is the normal range, right? Very high. Now, if we talk about the next category, MAN or metropolitan area network, this covers the city level, right? The area span is more, 50 kilometers radius is the average span of MAN, metropolitan area network, right? So again, in this network, क्योंकि larger area है, 50 kilometers तक का range हो सकता है. So we connect multiple devices with not one network. It can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different networks which are connected within one common system, and area covered should be within 50 kilometers radius, right? इसका बेस्ट एग्जांपल है जो घर पे हम केबल टीवी देखते हैं, राइट? केबल टीवी का जो नेटवर्क है सिटी में, दैट इज वन एग्जांपल ऑफ मेट्रोपॉलिटन एरिया नेटवर्क. इट कवर्स ओनली वन एंटायर सिटी, 50 किलोमीटर तक का रेंज कवर करता है. तो ये एक एग्जांपल है मेट्रोपॉलिटन एरिया नेटवर्क. केबल टीवीज आर आल्सो गिविंग इंटरनेट कनेक्शन these या फास्ट पे वगैरह में इंटरनेट कनेक्शन आता है. Then next we have wide area network. Now this wide area network, it covers 1000 kilometers or more also sometimes, right? So internet is an example of wide area. WAN का example internet है, so it covers countries, covers continents, it covers entire world also sometimes, right? The area span is more, and because the span is more, so it covers the remote areas also, right? And it's not variety of devices are used within network system. मतलब मोबाइल फोन से लेके सर्वर जो machines हैं, सुपर कंप्यूटर्स हैं, वहाँ तक के सारे different devices, different types of computers can be there in this network. Plus technologies, all sort of technologies be mixed up. Technologies का मतलब wired connection भी, unwired connection भी, satellite connection भी, microwave भी, radio wave भी, सारे इसमें आ जाते हैं, right? Basically, we are connecting several organizations or the networks of different organizations with each other commonly, and the area span is too much, right? 1,000 kilometers is a normal span of WAN, but it can be more also, right? So ये चार कैटेगरी हो गया आपके टाइप्स ऑफ networks, right? Now we'll come to another very important topic for एग्जाम पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से देखेंगे तो बहुत सारे क्वेश्चन आते हैं इसमें. One is topology. Topology means arrangement of different nodes in a nodes का मतलब अपने computers या devices हम network में लगा रहे हैं, उनका arrangement कैसे रखना है. क्या उनको एक सिंगल कॉमन केबल में डालना है या उनको डायरेक्टली आपस में कनेक्ट करना है. वैसे बहुत सारी टोपोलॉजीज हमारे पास बनी है. We need to understand that, right? Broadly, topologies are divided into two categories. एक है point to point और एक है broadcast, right? Broadcast means all nodes share the same physical length. right? All nodes are sharing a common link. There's one common link which is being shared by all different, तो वो आपका ब्रॉडकास्ट हो गया, ठीक है। इसमें मतलब एक कॉमन केबल होगी, एक कॉमन सेटअप होगा जिससे सारे के सारे कनेक्टेड। और जो पॉइंट टू पॉइंट है उसमें हर नोड जो है किसी दूसरे नोड से डायरेक्टली कनेक्टेड होता है, उसमें कहीं कॉमन केबल नहीं आता, राइट। तो ब्रॉडकास्ट में आती है बस टोपोलॉजी और रिंग टोपोलॉजी, दो कैटेगरीज आती हैं। और पॉइंट टू पॉइंट में स्टार और मैश आती है, ठीक है। मेन डिफरेंस बिटवीन दीज टू कैटेगरी इज ब्रॉडकास्ट में we have a common kind of platform, or you can say common kind of link which is shared by all, whereas in point to point there is no common point, there is no common link. All devices, all nodes are directly connected to each other with a cable or some wireless media. मतलब अगर 10 कंप्यूटर्स अगर आपने लगाए हैं पॉइंट टू पॉइंट टोपोलॉजी में, 10 के 10 हर कंप्यूटर आपस में डायरेक्टली कनेक्टेड होंगे। 10 हर केबल हर कंप्यूटर से एक एक केबल सबको जाएगा, राइट। थोड़ी कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी बढ़ जाती है बट इट इज फास्टर। Let's talk about these categories one by one. First is bus topology. Now, bus topology is also called as backbone topology because it has a common backbone cable, right? There's a common cable. As you can see this figure also, there is one cable in the center, right? And it has certain tabs in between. इन tabs के साथ हम लोग अलग अलग devices को connect कर सकते हैं, right? और इस केबल के दोनों एंड पे दो डिवाइसेस होते हैं, वी कॉल देम एज टर्मिनेटर्स, राइट। टर्मिनेटर्स क्यों? क्योंकि जब एक तरफ से सिग्नल ट्रांसमिट हो रहा है तो वो एक जब तक वो हर कंप्यूटर पे मैच करता जाएगा आईपी एड्रेस को जहां डेटा ट्रांसमिट हो गया, ठीक है। अगर वो नहीं ट्रांसमिट हो रहा है तो वो टर्मिनेटर उसको कैंसिल कर देगा, राइट। नाउ व्हाट आर द एडवांटेज ऑफ दिस टोपोलॉजी? सबसे बड़ी एडवांटेज ये है कि इसमें केबल्स बहुत कम लगती हैं। रीजन इज वी हैव ए कॉमन केबल, स्ट्रॉन्ग केबल इज इन द सेंटर, द कॉमन केबल, एंड we just have to connect to that common cable with the help of small cable. So less cabling, so cabling कम है तो cost भी कम हो जाएगी, right? And it is easier to install this network. Bus topology install करनी थोड़ी easy है, right? Plus, if I want to extend something, if I want to add some more devices, I just have to extend this cable, and then I can add more devices, more nodes. So also, extension is also easy, right? Now, the thing is, there is a disadvantage of this network, this kind of topology also. The difference is, first thing is the fault detection and isolation. It is very difficult. अगर वही network में fault आ जाता है, so it is very difficult to find out where that fault is, right? Because we have to, when some message is transmitted over this common cable, it keeps on checking all the devices, right? We cannot go to the fault system. Like if I want to transmit data from first computer to the fourth computer, right? It will first go to the second one, सेकंड से मैच करेगा आईपी एड्रेस, नहीं हुआ तो फिर थर्ड पे जाएगा, थर्ड से मैच करेगा, नहीं हुआ तो फोर्थ पे जाएगा। तो मतलब उसको सारे जितने बीच में सिस्टम हैं या जितने नोड्स हैं उन पे उसको होके जाना पड़ेगा, राइट। सो इन दैट केस इफ आई वांट टू फाइंड आउट दिस fault in any of the nodes, then I have to check every node one by one, right? We cannot go directly to that क्योंकि कॉमन केबल है, कहीं पे भी प्रॉब्लम हो सकती है, तो हमें एक एक नोड को चेक करना पड़ेगा, right? So that's why fault detection is very difficult here. You have to search everything, right, to find out the fault, right? Plus one more disadvantage is this: if this common cable is broken or it is damaged, then the network will not be so effective, right? There's a problem in that case. Fine. Next category is your ring topology, right? Ring topology is also just like your bus topology. The only difference is that cable, the common cable is in the form of a ring, right? तो वो रिंग फॉर्म में कॉमन केबल होती है, बाकी सब कुछ सेम है। इसमें भी वही है कि इसमें टर्मिनेटर्स नहीं होते। टोपोलॉजी इज अरेंजमेंट ऑफ नोड्स इन ए नेटवर्क। टोपोलॉजी का मतलब है कि जो नोड्स हमने एक नेटवर्क में लगाए हैं वो कैसे अरेंज करेंगे, राइट। फर्स्ट टोपोलॉजी में कॉमन केबल थी, राइट। दोनों एंड्स पे टर्मिनेटर होते हैं, टर्मिनेटर सिग्नल्स को कैंसिल करते हैं। नोड्स मैंने कल भी बताया था पारस बेटा, नोड्स आर ऑल डिफरेंट डिवाइसेस कनेक्टेड टू वन नेटवर्क। जो कंप्यूटर्स हम लगा रहे हैं नेटवर्क्स में, प्रिंटर्स लगा रहे हैं, स्कैनर्स लगा रहे हैं, तो सारे के सारे नोड्स हैं, राइट। So ring topology is just like bus topology. The only difference is that this common cable is in ring form, circular form. So there is no terminator required. यहाँ पे terminator नहीं चाहिए, क्योंकि अगर मान लो डिवाइस A जो है वो मैसेज भेज रहा है, वो it goes through that common cable, covers the entire network and it comes back to A, right? अगर वो डिवाइस ए से मैसेज किया गया, वो किसी भी डिवाइस पे नहीं रिसीव हुआ, तो वापस ए पे आ जाएगा, तो टर्मिनेटर की जरूरत नहीं, राइट। नाउ द प्रॉब्लम विद दिस नेटवर्क, दिस रिंग टोपोलॉजी इज one is that message is transmitted in one direction, right? So it is again addition and deletion of devices is difficult, right? Although what we can do is we can extend this cable with the help of certain devices we can add up. So extension of the cable is there. Then there is one limitation that if single point failure is there, right? So if one of the device is down, if any one of the device is down, then the network will not work, right? या ये कॉमन केबल में कोई फॉल्ट आ गया तो ये आपकी ट्रांसमिशन नहीं हो पाएगी, फाइन। दैट सेम प्रॉब्लम, द फॉल्ट डिटेक्शन वाली प्रॉब्लम यहाँ पे भी है, क्योंकि हर डिवाइस को चेक करना पड़ेगा। देन विल कम टू द सेकेंड कैटेगरी। उसमें जो पहला एग्जांपल है स्टार टोपोलॉजी है। स्टार टोपोलॉजी में we have one device in the center, one node is there in the center, right? सेंट्रल कंट्रोलर बोलेंगे उसको, या तो हब होगा या स्विच होगा, कई बार कंप्यूटर भी होता है, राइट। तो this all different devices, they or all different nodes, they are connected to that centralized hub, right? It's not necessary to be hub here, it can be switch also. Sometimes we install a router also here. So centralized system में से सारे डायरेक्टली कनेक्टेड, ठीक है। अब इसके फायदे क्या हैं? इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग इज इट्स वेरी इजी टू इंस्टॉल, बिकॉज वी नीड ए हब इन द सेंटर, one cable from that hub will go to every node. Installation is easy. Plus fault detection is also easy because there is a dedicated line for every node. तो फॉल्ट मिलना भी बड़ा इजी है। अगर किसी भी डिवाइस में फॉल्ट है तो हमें साफ पता लग जाएगा कि उसकी केबल अलग केबल है, उसका अलग रूट है, कुछ भी कॉमन नहीं है। इससे हम लोग डिटेक्ट कर सकते हैं किस सिस्टम में फेलियर, राइट। बट व्हाट आर द डिसएडवांटेजेस? डिसएडवांटेजेस में कि हमें ज़्यादा केबल्स लगानी पड़ेंगी, बिकॉज वी नीड टू इंस्टॉल वन केबल फॉर ईच नोड। हर नोड के लिए केबल लगाना है, will need more cables. When more cables are required, then the cost will also increase, right? Plus, if this hub goes down, if the centralized hub is not working, वो fail हो जाए, तो आपका पूरा नेटवर्क बंद हो जाएगा, right? तो ये एक disadvantage है। Next, we have, just a minute, battery is low. I'll just next category is mesh topology. Mesh topology में there is no centralized node. but straight away all nodes they are directly connected to each other with a dedicated point to point connection. जैसे ये चार कंप्यूटर्स आप देख रहे हो, चारों के चारों आपस में एक दूसरे से डायरेक्टली कनेक्टेड है। जैसे ये नीचे वाला जो सिस्टम है, दिस डिवाइस इज कनेक्टेड टू ऑल अदर थ्री डिवाइसेस विद डिफरेंट cables, right? So this is the fastest. Why? Because we have there's no common system, there's no common cable also, there is no centralized hub also, right? Now here, if one system want to send a message to another system, there is a dedicated line for sending it. हर डिवाइस के पास हर डिवाइस से हर नोड के साथ कनेक्टिविटी डायरेक्ट है, तो किसी भी सिस्टम से दूसरे सिस्टम पे कोई मैसेज ट्रांसमिट कर रहा है तो डायरेक्टली जाएगा, क्योंकि डेडिकेटेड लाइन के लिए है, राइट? इट इज द फास्टेस्ट नेटवर्क, राइट? secure also because since there is nothing in between, कहीं पे भी कुछ नहीं है, ना बीच में हब आता है ना ही बीच में कॉमन केबल आती है, तो सिक्योरिटी लेवल भी हाई है, स्ट्रेट वे एंड टू एंड ट्रांसमिट हो जाएगा. But installation is very difficult because more number of cables are required, complexity is more, right? Large number of connections are required, so this is more complex. Last one is tree. Tree is mix up of all these things. Star बस को mix करके tree बनती है. एक common cable है बस, और उसके अंदर जो nodes हैं, nodes के आगे star topologies लगा, right? So एडवांटेजेस डिसएडवांटेजेस वही सारी दोनों है. इंस्टॉलेशन बहुत डिफिकल्ट है. बैकबोन अगर तो कॉमन केबल खराब होगी तो सब कुछ खराब हो जाएगा, राइट? So I think we should end up now because the time is running. So kindly go through these things. In case any problem is there, you can just ask me anytime.